episode of Agenda. We're here in this very remote area called Malana Dungar of Rajasthan. It's in the Savai Madhopur area. And of course, we're here in a rally of Vasundhara Raje Scindia. Everyone over here now clapping for Vasundhara Raje, who has just arrived. If you look on stage over there, there is also Olympian Rajyavardhan Rathore. And the Agenda team caught up with Rathore earlier in the day, and this is what he said about politics. We're in Savai Madhopur, just next to Ranthambore, and with me, of course, BJP star campaigner Rajyavardhan Rathore. Hi, thanks for speaking with us.
Pleasure.
This is your first, as such, experience in full-time, full-on campaigning. 3 weeks of it, right? How's it been?
I think it's an amazing learning.
Really?
It's a great lesson. First of all, it's hats off to these people. I mean, we do keep complaining about politicians, and all said and done, they're good and they're bad, people all around, in all fields. But if we just focus on the people who are good in politics, they're Superman or Superwomen, you know. They kind of, from morning to evening, they continuously...
How many kilometers would you clock each
well,
day?
it's not just traveling, but being in accessible to people, talking on different aspects, doing research, and all that work takes place when it's time to sleep, actually. You know,
right,
and there's no time to eat, or there's plenty of things to eat because everyone wants to feed you.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. I mean,
and
interesting.
You're thriving in it. Are you thriving?
It's a little too early to say.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, I'm kind of reminded of my military life back again.
Really?
You know, that's a lieutenant's life or a captain's life, always on the edge, boots are always on, the thinking cap is always on, you're alert to the environment, the environment is there to gobble you up, but you got to survive, you know, it's like that.
Really? So it's tough, huh?
It is tough, I mean, but then that's what challenges are. I mean, if you want to live a life, that's what I believe in.
Yeah.
That unless I don't have a challenge, it means you're not moving ahead.
But the idealism that you came in with, is that still intact?
You know, half of my...
Or do you realize that, oh my God, I was being too idealistic? Actually, it's a job which they're doing really well. And, you know, I mean, have you had a reality check? Because I know that you came in with really idealistic...
Reality check is happening every day in all our lives.
Give me an example. I want specific. What you thought and what it turned out to be. Because, you know,
people said that it's a tough life, right? Now, this is the difference between hearing it's a tough life and experiencing a tough life, right? So, I mean, things to that effect. But then I totally...
Give me an anecdote of things you never thought that Rajyavardhan, the politician, is going to have to do.
No, I think the first and foremost is, you know, I mean, as simple as that, in military, you're continuously speaking in English.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And suddenly you start, you know, engaging with all Hindi words, and especially in Bharatiya Janata Party, where all of our top leaders are like
so how's
phenomenal
your
speakers. I'm
Are
getting
you saying
good.
BJP or Bhajpa? That's the first thing.
Okay. Since I was on your channel, I said Bharatiya Janata, but Bhajpa, बिल्कुल. नहीं, बहुत अच्छा बोलते हैं और बहुत बढ़िया बोलते हैं.
I know you speak really well as a sports person and as a Olympic medalist and all that, because we've heard your interviews. But when you become Rajyavardhan Rathore speaking for Bhajpa, speaking for BJP, what do you say in your speeches?
No, I think I just speak from my heart.
What do you tell them?
And it's not about... I truly believe in nationalism. I mean, that's what I'm absolutely, completely died in patriotism. And I just speak on that basis.
And you tell people to vote for Narendra Modi?
Absolutely. I believe...
Because
belief. It's a hope. And I say it. Perhaps we could be wrong, but let's go check it out that we are right or we are wrong. It's time for a change.
When I heard you first speak about Narendra Modi when you joined, and of course he was the one who inducted you in that ceremony with Diya Kumari, who you were campaigning for, you said he is an answer to the threat that the nation faces. Those are your words. What did you mean? What is the threat that you see our country facing?
The very fact that we are being divided for votes. The very fact that for the last 60 years, I don't think so the kind of development that's taken place, that kind of development that ought to have reached the masses has happened. There is a political party that speaks about upliftment of the masses. That's their vote bank. But the vote bank seems to be at the same place.
Okay.
There is a particular religion which they say that that's absolutely in our pocket. They will come what may vote for us. What's happened to that religion, people of that religion? They are exactly at the same place. So what India are we talking about?
So the alleviation of the minorities of Muslims, which you believe there is an appeasement by the Congress, that actually was one of your driving forces?
It's a whole, I would say, bouquet of reasons there. And the idea is that we start in a direction where we can start overcoming those challenges. We start moving ahead.